Hey guys, Katie here at United Commercial Insurance. I'm here just to make a quick video for you guys for carriers or brokers. There's a significant topic that we want to talk about and make clear to our clients and even anybody out there who's looking to become one of our clients or anybody who we can help. We've seen a unfortunate drastic increase in freight broker fraud these days. So either you're a carrier or you're a freight broker, freight forwarder, anything in the transportation industry, I just really want to come on here and talk about what's going on. Me personally, in my department here, we work with freight brokers a lot. Our agency is absolutely backbone transportation, but I personally work in freight brokers, and I do a lot of broker bonds, contingent cargo, contingent auto, so on and so forth. So with my amazing underwriters and carriers that I have available, I have established a really good relationship with most of them, and they have taken it into their consideration to reach out to me and make it known and get going on this topic because it is been going on for a year. It's not slowing down, unfortunately. So if you're watching this video, if you're in the transportation industry, I'm sure you've heard about freight broker fraud. And I just want to come on and talk about how we can help everybody in the industry, agents, insureds, our guys out there running, moving loads, how we can all work as a team to collectively get our good guys back where they need to be. So some types of freight broker fraud that we see recently are double brokering, we got identity theft, and non-payment fraud. So those are the three primary keys that we've been seeing lately. Good ways as a carrier, it's very important that you guys are with your brokers and you know them. A very big red flag that we see is if a load is too good to be true, it is. So if they have a very low cost of you guys moving a load and it's a super easy peasy lemon squeezy type of load, and something in the back of your head's telling you this might be a little too good to be true, it probably is. So always listen to your gut. If you are a current client of ours, reach out to us. If there's something that doesn't really pass the sniff test and it's kind of, making your gears turn there, please call us, give us a call, and, we'd be happy to check a broker out, see if they have their appropriate bonds. That is all accessible through the FMCSA. But as agents, we do a little bit more in-depth investigation on those. So if you're not sure, please reach out to us. Myself, any of your transportation agents, we are on the lookout for those kinds of things, but unfortunately, there's a lot that goes by that we don't see. There is a very large spectrum of being a freight broker, right? You could be brand new to the industry. You could be in the industry for 20 plus years. As a new venture freight broker, as the fraud has increased, we have seen the authorities and the regulations crack down on what they're requiring. Example is the FMCSA, right? So if a carrier files a claim against a freight broker, that goes against their bond, then that surety has to pay out. Over the past year or so now, the amount of payout has been close to 100% loss on the brokerage side. So unfortunately with that, we are seeing that our carriers, and by carriers I mean our surety companies who will provide these bonds to you guys, we've seen a lot of markets come out of the industry because when there's losses, the carriers follow suit, regulations come through, and it makes it really hard for you guys to get appointed. So if you guys are a new broker, we still have options. We are in very good contact with our markets, and the markets are trying to follow suit with these new regulations and trying to help you guys out, but it is a hard industry right now. So having an agent that you can have and trust and understand that we're not gonna pull your credit all to these different places and just try to sell you a bond. That's not at all what we're trying to do, because if we continue to do that, the fraud will keep happening. So it is unfortunate that the fraud is up and alive these days, but eventually the hope is that with these new regulations and requirements that it will lessen the blow later and keep all of you guys who are legitimate in business, making your money, hauling loads, doing what you do best. So I always like to say, let you guys worry about the transportation and moving the loads, what you guys do best, and let us worry about your insurance and bond requirements, because we will always have your back. A good thing to think about, if you're watching this video, and you already have your bond, or you're already a broker and you're already up and going, you're probably thinking, okay, Katie, what do I do about preventing this to happen, right? Because you're like, okay, got my bond, I'm good to go. I've been going, rocking and rolling for a while. How do I protect myself? If you're a freight broker, you always have to have your contracts and your documentation with every carrier that you use. Whether you have a bond or you have contingent cargo, contingent auto, general liability, whether or not you have a liability policy that is audited or not, you should always have your subcontract agreement or some type of contract that you have between you as a broker and your truckers. Simple. If you have an accountant, they'll tell you the same thing. If you have, mom and dad helping you out on the side, they should be able to do that, and just keep that on file. Just have your signed contracts on there. Get your certificates of insurance as well from your carriers. That is really important just to have on file. Any contract that you have, anything in force, your documents and your contracts are really, really important. There's a lot of great resources out there for freight broker authentication. We have a couple companies that we're looking into to work with, so I can give you guys some more information about that later. But for now, if you're a carrier and you're not sure, look them up on the FMCSA, plug their DOT in, make sure they got their bond on file, make sure it's accurate. Having a bit of a history with that broker as well, if they've had that bond on file for a few years, is even a better deal, because we've just seen, us personally in our agency, the good guys don't always come out on top, which is a bummer. But if we all work together and we all help each other out, we will get to that point. I can guarantee you. We just have to work together and weed out the ones that aren't ready for it. Some major key points to think about if you work with a fraudulent broker or you come across it, other than legalities, right? Other than lawsuits, other than all of that, it's your financial loss. It's your business. That is what you have poured your heart and souls into, and you pay for insurance, you pay for bonds. The last thing that we want is for any of you guys to get tied up with an unfortunate situation. I have excellent markets for broker bonds. We have excellent markets for truckers and carriers and auto, all of that good stuff. If a claim comes across and you're my broker and there's a claim on there, I get notified right away. The carrier, the surety, will come to me and say, hey, Katie, one of your brokers had a claim on him. Let's work this out together so we can get it paid out. No lawsuits, no one's at a loss. If there's a claim on your broker bond, it happens. It happens. We can work together to try and satisfy that together. And I have seen when that happens and there is a claim, the broker bond pays it out and you pay that money back. Your surety company, as long as you follow through on that payback on that bond, they will not increase your premium at renewal. So as long as we work together and on the same footing there, we can absolutely make it through this that we're seeing these days. Like I said before, if you're not sure, please just call us. Carrier, broker, freight forwarder, whoever you are in the industry, just give us a call and see what's going on so we can set you up from the beginning to be on the right track. So it is an unfortunate situation that we're dealing with, but here at United Commercial Insurance, we have your back. That is something we all take very seriously, and we want to make sure we're taking care of you guys. Whether you're an existing client or a new client, we are very proud of that, and we want you guys to be on our side and take care of you. So just be aware of what's going on. I'm Katie at United Commercial Insurance. If you don't have my information, give us a call, 208-229-8222. So give us a call. We'd be happy to just look at it for you guys. If you need to, get in contact with authorities or anything like that, we'd be happy to navigate you on that correct way. We just want to keep you guys in compliance and safe. Consistent education and training within your companies is also something good to do. We partner with a couple places who will help you perform an audit on your current policy and look at your existing lines and your guys' everyday workflow and what kind of background checks you do on your carriers and your drivers and all that good stuff. So we have an ample amount of resources and we trust them and we have verified them, so you don't have to worry about that. So again, it's Katie at United Commercial Insurance. Freight broker fraud is alive and well, and we just have to work together to make it through this. If you have any questions, please give us a call anytime. Shoot me an email, katie@ucinsure.com, and we'd be happy to take care of you guys. Thank you. Bye.